Eyewitness News continues.
20 years ago today, a terrible tragedy killed 5 people when a dump truck lost control on Avon Mountain. Dozens were injured and countless first responders rushed to help.
And it's really become one of the most memorable crashes, changing lives, road conditions, and even state laws. Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, has been talking to survivors and those who pushed for those changes. Susan.
Aaron and Mark, so many lives have been changed because of this terrible tragedy. The base of Avon Mountain on Route 44, however, was always bad as far as accidents, but this really was the worst. It forced the state to make the road safer and crack down on truck owners who fail to have insurance. On July 29th, 20 years ago, a morning commute suddenly became a nightmare.
I thought it was a scene from, I don't know, Iraq or Baghdad or something. It's something I'd never seen before. Total shock.
A dump truck coming down Avon Mountain lost its brakes and slammed into several vehicles at the bottom of the mountain. Corinne Rebellard was on a bus that was hit. She and other passengers were trapped and had to climb through a window to escape.
When I came down through the center of town, naturally traffic was backing up already. I saw a column of black smoke. And then as I came over the hill, I saw a fire.
Jamie DePace was the fire chief. He coordinated efforts to get the fire out and rescue as many as they could. 4 people were killed that day. Chip Stotler, a father of 5 young girls, Barbara Bongiovanni, Maureen Edlund, and the truck driver, Rahim Nafi. It was his first day driving solo. The bus driver, Frank Wan, survived, but his injuries were severe. He had a broken neck and was paralyzed. He died 2 years after the crash.
To this day, you must feel fortunate. Oh, yes. Live every day like it's your last, because it could be.
William Farrell's sister was not that fortunate.
Did he tell you that she had passed away as a result of the injuries?
Yeah, yes.
He heard about the accident on the radio, but didn't think much of it until Avon police called and asked him to meet them near the crash. Maureen was everything to him.
An older sister, too, who was almost as involved with my life as my parents, you know?
And making things worse, the family soon learned the truck's owner, David Wilcox, didn't have insurance. The devastation caused by this crash had a huge impact, and state lawmakers knew they had to do something to make sure this would never happen again.
The sad part about all this was that you had, unfortunately, you had fatalities, you had injuries, and there was no monies to be found.
Tony Guerrera is the commissioner for the Department of Motor Vehicles. At the time of the crash, he was the chair of the legislature's Transportation Committee. He says everyone was shocked to find out David Wilcox, the owner of the truck, had canceled his insurance. And then, just moments after the crash, he tried to reinstate it. Wilcox also admitted he knew the brakes on the truck were faulty. Lawmakers discovered a loophole. While car owners are required to have insurance, at that time, trucks did not. The new law that passed requires the DMV to be notified if insurance on any commercial truck is dropped. It also makes it a felony for the truck owners not to have insurance. And then there were changes to the road.
A truck ramp is the best solution as far as trying to catch a truck before it hits the intersection.
David Ferraro says the Department of Transportation built a truck ramp with several safety nets designed to slow down any vehicle. The ramp also has concrete barriers on either side to stop a truck from rolling over or jackknifing. A median was also installed to keep cars and trucks from crossing the center line.
Would you say that these improvements have made the road safer?
Significantly safer.
These families and survivors have gone through a lot. There was a trial. David Wilcox was found guilty and was sent to prison for 6 years. William Farrell went to the trial and remembers these haunting words.
I'm walking by a group of women outside the courthouse, and one of them is Mrs. Wilcox. And this is what I heard her say. She said, "What the hell do they want, blood?" And I'm thinking, how about an apology?
Unfortunately, that apology never came, and today, 20 years later, some families still can't go near where the crash happened or even stop thinking about what happened that day. Yes, laws have changed and the road is safer, but Mark and Erin, 2 decades have now gone by, and it will never bring back what people lost.
So much changed that day, Susan. Thank you very much for sharing that, and for them for sharing their stories.